Hey everybody, it's George.
And Claudia, and we are the Rosarios. And on today's Top 10, we are going to be talking about a checklist. I watched a movie a couple weeks ago and I just loved it. It was called A Christmas Checklist. But we wanted to not just say it's about Christmas, because by the time you guys are seeing this, we're probably going to be in the middle of the month. So, really, Christmas into New Year's. So we thought it was such a great idea. We thought we would go ahead and bring it to you. So here is a top 10 list of things that you should do over the holiday, over your break. I know a lot of people have a Christmas break time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you should go for it. So let's start here. I like this one. Decorate your house like you're trying to win a contest. So take your home, really go crazy. Put as much decorations in there. Don't just do it, oh, let me just add a couple things. Really pretend that you're going for a major contest with a big prize and decorate your home.
Not just on the inside, but on the outside as well. Okay, so I have, and this is in no order, this is just top 10 things that you should, a Christmas or holiday checklist of things that you should do during the holidays. So mine is send handwritten cards or letters to show love and appreciation. That is one of my favorites. It just, nowadays, when was the last time, seriously, that you've received a personal note from somebody? The holiday, the Christmas season, it's just the best time. You know it. You guys, I know because I certainly do, run to the mailbox to see who sent you a Christmas card this year.
Let me tell you, every year I look forward to getting my mother's card. My mother's just on point with that. She makes sure she sends out cards to her kids and grandkids. And it feels so good because such few people actually take the time to do that. This might be one that you should do this year. Next one. Get to know a stranger and be kind to them and to others. Now, a lot of people say, stranger, like am I gonna walk in the street and look for someone strange to say hi to and get to know them? I bet you that you either have a stranger at work or have a stranger at your church or have a stranger in places that you frequent. Maybe it's the gym, maybe it's the supermarket. When you're doing your holiday shopping for your food, find a stranger. Find someone that you've recognized before but you've never said hello to. There are plenty of people in our church that don't speak to each other. They stick here, they stick there, they sit on the same seats and then they go home. How about this holiday season, you take the time to go up to one of those people that you see all the time but never said hello and never introduced yourself to, and do that. Make the introduction.
Here's another good one. Volunteer for a cause. This is a great time. There's so many things going on, especially people that live like in homeless shelter homes, right? They do a lot of food distribution or they serve, like hot meals or things like that. Even like Toys for Tots, things like that. Do it, and you know what? Do it with your family. That's a great thing to do together over the holiday season.
There's a family in New York and Brooklyn that goes to old folks' home, retirement homes, and they go in and they visit some of these people. Believe it or not, there are people in these homes that have no family member who visits them. And they take the time to go in there and say, hey, how you doing? Many of these people in the retirement homes become an extra member of the family because they make it a point to go in there and say hello and pay them a visit over these important times. Might be something you want to do.
I just thought about, our previous top 10, we talked about the top 10 holiday desserts. This would be a great opportunity maybe to make one of those desserts, maybe the cookies we mentioned. I had mentioned chocolate chip and you had mentioned oatmeal. Maybe this is a great time to make a batch of cookies and
Drop it off.
Yeah.
Drop it off to somebody. You might even combine the being kind to others and to strangers and dropping off that plate of cookies. You never know.
You never know.
So next, oh yeah, go on a wintry adventure. Now, we live in South Florida. And people say, okay, you live in South Florida and you're talking about the winter. That doesn't mean you can't jump in the car and go somewhere and enjoy the winter. If you can't do that even, there are days, even in South Florida, believe me, I know because when I first came down, I felt the cold. There are days in South Florida where it's nippy and you need to throw on a sweater and go somewhere. Look for the coolest day of the week and go. Go somewhere and go on an adventure.
There's actually a couple places here that offer like snow or sledding, or what is it on the two?
Yeah, snow tubing.
Yeah, I mean there are places around here. I mean there are places you can go. You can actually look for them. I think there's even like a skating rink. So.
Oh yeah, ice skating.
Yes. Why
Wintery
not?
adventure.
Yep. This is a really interesting one. Do something you are afraid of. That is interesting. Now, George and I mentioned in one of our episodes that we are going to go skydiving. So we are going to be doing that. We haven't chosen a date. And I would say I'm not afraid of heights, but definitely jumping out of an airplane. It's never been on my bucket list. So I would definitely say this is something that I'm fearful in doing, but I'm excited about doing it. I will not be doing it over the holiday, but it's definitely something that we will be doing next year, 2024.
And listen, you don't have to go that extreme. You may simply be afraid of trying something new, going to a new place to have dinner, any little thing. You may be talking to the stranger.
Or maybe inviting someone.
Inviting someone into your home for dinner.
Inviting someone to church for the Christmas service.
Do something that makes your heart pound and go for it. Next one. Upon waking up, state one thing you are thankful for. This goes right into that Thanksgiving theme, the beginning of the holiday season, all the way to New Year's when you're planning what am I going to accomplish next year? How about you take the time to be thankful for the things you did accomplish, for the things that you are grateful for all those good things that have happened to you throughout 2023, 2024, or whatever year you watched this video.
Pick up a new hobby. And it could be a hobby. Maybe it's a hobby of a friend that you thought, you know what? I've always wanted to do that. Maybe learn to do something to hang out with a friend, or maybe learn a new hobby to do with your spouse. Maybe your spouse loves fishing and you're not really into it. Why not pick that up? I think that would be a great idea. I mean, what a better way to show your loved ones that you're thinking of them. Actions speak louder than words, and what a great Christmas gift that you could give to someone special. Say, hey, I want to do that with you.
And I will piggyback on that one. Over the Thanksgiving weekend, I went for the very first time to do, what is that, Frisbee golf. That's what it's called? That's what it's called.
I think so.
Thank you, Richard, for inviting me. That's my brother-in-law. That's her brother. For inviting me, bringing me along, and letting me enjoy this, even though you're such a good player and I was just trying to keep up. But it was such a good time. Something I've never done before, and I can almost guarantee you it's going to become a hobby because it was so much fun. I can't wait till the next time I go and play Frisbee golf. It was just amazing. Next one, and my last one. Get to know your neighbors. There are neighborhoods where people live next door to each other and they've never knocked on that door. There are neighborhoods where you live in a building and you have someone right next door to you and you never even walk out into your hallway, knock on their door and say, hey, my name is George. This is my wife, Claudia. Nice to meet you. Take the time in the holiday season to go and say hello to your neighbors. You never know if they're at home waiting and praying and hoping for someone to come in and say hello.
That could be another way if you're decorating your house on the outside, to meet someone, or maybe they're decorating their house on the outside. Maybe that's when you give that opportunity to walk over and introduce yourself. Or maybe you're making those cookies or those black bottom cupcakes, or maybe even a pie. Maybe that's another way to go ahead and meet your neighbor.
Introduce yourself. Don't wait until someone just moves in. You may have lived next to someone for a couple of years and never even introduced yourself. Take the holiday season to do so. People are kind of friendlier during the season, so you should try it.
So my last one, this is a huge one. Forgive a grudge. Life is too short. You never know. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. So, if you've been holding on, especially with family members, make it a point this holiday season to reach out to someone and just let it go. Isn't it what we say? Let God let go, or let go, let God?
Let go, let God. Let go of that grudge and let God handle it. And before you know it, remember a couple of friends, they're twins, and they spent 10 years not talking to each other. They had an argument, and they went 10 years without speaking to each other at all. I went to high school with these guys. And after 10 years, their father fell ill, and they ended up in the same place and talking things out. They regretted only one thing, not being wrong or right, but letting 10 years go by wasted, that they didn't get to enjoy some time together. So let go of that grudge, talk to each other, forgive someone, and watch how good it feels.
Well, those are our top 10, not really top 10, but 10 things for you to, a checklist for you to do over the holiday season between now, the Christmas season, into the new year, and maybe after the new year. Yeah, most definitely.
You could add it to that New Year resolution that so many people prepare for the New Year's. Maybe you want to add something into there. If you have any suggestions to add to this list, we would love to hear from you. We would love to see it in the comments below. And if you don't want to put it public, you can reach us privately. The contact information is below. Either way, let's talk about it.
So until the next time, until the next top 10, peace out.